som betyder någonting i slutet av dagen. Och, jag längtar till att komma hem till vårt vackra Sverige och liksom ta det därifrån.
Tack Alex. Tack.
Back here, sorry. So you and John had a great fight in the first one. What was the biggest difference the second time around? Did you see something different in him?
No, not really. Not really. He just keeps a very high level of fighting. That's it. I was prepared for it. It was just he just caught me this time. He caught me this time, and that's it. But I didn't notice anything about him if he was stronger or faster or anything like that. He went for his takedowns. He used his kicks a lot, and I was prepared for that. You know, he just had a really good move today, and he shot me down.
Anyone else? We're done.
Okay, thank you, everybody.
All rise, the Queen's here.
Man, that was quite the scene inside the arena tonight. It was a pretty special moment. I imagine you're still pretty riled up after that. But what is the emotion like now? What are you feeling?
Very happy. You know, it's the moment that I waited for my whole life. Make history. Tonight I did it once again. I want to sit down and watch everything. Like incredible. I'm very happy.
You were always confident. You always said you would win this fight, but did you know that you could go in and go in a firefight and just stand in the pocket with Cyborg, who most people thought that was impossible? Did you know you could win that kind of fight?
Yeah. You know, I say in all my interviews, I train in the gym with all those guys in the America top team. Like, I still move forward when got hit for those guys. I know she won't be able to knock me out. I know. And I was so ready tonight. Nothing's gonna stop me to do what I want to do tonight. And when she connects me couple punch, I say like, oh, I'm gonna walk for now. And she's strong, she's powerful, always a great champion. I respect Chris a lot, but tonight I knew it's gonna be my night. I knew I'm gonna be the one, you know, and happy. I'm very happy.
I know you want to enjoy the moment, but you talked about being in the Hall of Fame. I mean, now you've got 2 belts. Give us an idea. How do you see your career going from here? You know, not necessarily names, but are you wanting to try and defend both those belts? Are you, you know, there's talks, should the featherweight division even exist anymore now that you beat Cyborg? I mean, what do you see for your future?
I don't know. I have to sit down with my coach and see the next step, you know. It's too soon to talk about. And I have to celebrate, you know. I have to talk to my family in Brazil. People going crazy in Brazil right now. My country, I'm so happy to be able to like make them happy, you know. And I can't wait to go to Brazil to celebrate with everybody there. I know it was very hard for all the Brazilian people. 2 champions, 2 Brazilians. I know it was very hard, but ended up stay Brazil, you know, and I'm very happy for that.
I guess, Amanda, congratulations. That was a great win for you. The first punch you hit her with, it seemed like she slipped and maybe was in trouble. Did that surprise you, the fact that it just took 1 punch for you to get her in trouble?
Yeah, actually, I know I hear it hard. I know, but sometimes you never know, you know. Things can happen. You can be like, you have to be ready for everything. And when I connected my first punch, I saw she got wrong a little bit. And I said, oh, imagine if I connected the next one. And when my coach tell me, like, when you hit her the first time, you're gonna go crazy to try to kill you. And then it was exactly what happened. And that was the key of the fight. Get her to get crazy, to come forward. Like, and then you can connect your overhand and top jab. And then we train that over and over because we know it's gonna happen.
Did you sense when you hit a couple of those big right hands, could you feel the power coming off her punches? Like, was she hitting less hard as the fight went on? Because she landed on you fairly consistently as you were landing on her. Did you feel her power decreasing as the fight went on?
No, actually her power was the same, but I feel like my distance was very well, and was be able to take a little her distance up, and I was be able to connect first every time, and my distance and be fast was the key tonight.
When you talked about, you know, you had to get in that firefight with her, you know, obviously you can't keep your head on that center line right there because you let her crack you, and that's something. So was that something you worked on in terms of like moving your head and not being a stationary target even as you're moving forward?
Yeah, I always train to move my head, you know, and I knew tonight I have to be fast and smart, you know, and this is MMA. You know you're gonna get hit anytime. And when she connects the first one, then I saw like, oh, she's not gonna do anything with that to me. I'm gonna walk forward. I'm gonna be fast and move my head and throw overhand, bomb overhand, and I know I'm gonna get that done. And
with the wins, you know, wins over Miesha Tate and Ronda Rousey and Valentina Shevchenko and now Cyborg, you've beaten the greatest fighters in the history of the sport. What does that fact alone mean to you, and how does it feel to know that everybody is now calling you the greatest women's fighter of all time?
Feel amazing. This is the moment that I waited for, you know, make history and be happy with myself, be happy with what I'm capable of, and I'm happy. This is the only word that I have right now.
And I just want to ask you one thing to go back. Like when you fought Kat Zingano that fight, and that was a fight you probably could have won and you lost it. You think back now to that time, like you were probably pretty low at that point, weren't you? And could you see in such a short period of time climbing so much distance, beating so many great fighters, one of whom's already in the Hall of Fame and the other ones who already probably will be in the Hall of Fame. Could you foresee it happening as quickly for you as it did at that moment?
That fight was the fight changed me as an athlete. That fight against Kat Zingano helped me a lot. like to becoming who I am today, that fight needed to happen. One way? Oh, you know, change like to be more calm, you know, to be more confident, and training smart. You know, I used to train like only like training, like go to the gym and then do everything hard as possible, think it is the way it's supposed to be, but it's not. You have to train smart. You have to have coaches around you is smart as well, and I have it. You know, I have my team behind me, behind America Top Team is the best team on the planet, and we are smart, and this was the key.
Hey man, congratulations off to your right over here. You came out of the cage in celebration right after the knockout. I think you went over to Dana White, right? You went over to Dana.
Yeah.
What did you say to him?
Come here and celebrate with me. Because I text him. I text directly to Dana White. I won this fight. Make this happen for me, please. And then he texted me back, I will make this happen for you. And that's why I went to him, and then I want to celebrate with me.
When did you text him that?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but was right after her fight, maybe against Holly Holmes, right? I think so. And then I text him, and then he said, "You got this." And I said, "Okay, let me know. I need some time because I need to get ready. You know, I'm very small right now. 135 and making me walk around like very small. And let me put it some weight, and I'm gonna be strong. I'm gonna take that belt. I'm 100% sure. Make this happen, Dana." And then he made it tonight. I proved I was right about that.
Did you feel almost better at 145 than you usually do at 135? 'Cause it seemed like, I mean, you looked pretty terrifying in there.
Yeah, actually I did. Because I eat very well. Was good camp. You know, I had a couple injuries line up in this camp. I have to stop like 1 week. When I come back from Nina's fight, I got sick, and I have to stop once again to like recovery, and I have to stop. And it's always hard to stop when your camp is like when the fight's right in the corner, and you concern a lot. But I keep focused. You know, when I was at home, I still like working my brain to be strong and work very well.
Chris hadn't lost since 2005. Obviously, it was a pretty definitive win for you tonight. But would you consider giving her a rematch, considering she hasn't lost in so long?
I don't know. Let's see. I wanna like go home and then sit down with my coach. This moment is huge in my life. You know, I have to process it. I can't think about anything else right now, honestly. And see what is gonna happen next.
Most important question. Does this mean Nina gets her car now, her new car?
I got it, the bonus.
You did.
I did it. Boom.
There you
Nina
go.
spreads her car.
It's on video now.
But
So every day.
yeah, but when I was in Vegas, my sinusite was pretty bad. Like the whole week, I look at Nina like, this is crazy again. No, like we have to do something about that. I have to talk to Sarah to see the medicine because I can't fight like that. My head was crazy. And then when I wake up, the fight's gonna move to LA. Whew! Like I have to go to a better client, you know? And then when I saw that, I say like everything is in my favor. Like even that. Move the whole card. Like this is amazing. And I was very happy, you know? And I have a lot of respect for Cyborg too. You know, she's a great fighter. You know, I was very happy to share the cage with her. And I hope she do well.
For so long, the sport was about Cyborg and Ronda Rousey, and you've knocked both of them out within 1 minute. Can you talk about the similarities in those fights? What was the common denominator for both?
I think the things that remind me a lot tonight was be calm, composed. Everything lineup to this fight was exact how it was lineup for Ronda Rousey's fight. Calm, smart, composed, fast, strong, and everything. Like everything, do everything the right moment.
And you, obviously, when you talk about the next fight, I think Valentina made it very clear in Toronto that she wants to fight you again. Do you see that as the most likely fight at 135?
She had 2 times. 2 times she had. Tonight is not about Valentina.
Thank you.
Amanda?
Oi.
Oi. O Dana conversou com a gente agora há pouco e ele falou, né, que você é a melhor da história. Ele até mencionou que eventualmente você vai fazer parte do Hall da Fama. Fica calmo em relação a isso. E que ele garantiu que você será uma grande estrela da companhia após essa vitória. Como você vê essa declaração do Dana White e o quanto você esperava esse reconhecimento, não só de ser a melhor da história que você falou antes, mas de ter esse respaldo de agora você vai ser uma grande estrela da companhia, né?
Estou muito feliz. Eu estou feliz comigo mesmo. Isso é o mais importante. Entendeu? Depois tudo aconteceu tudo que aconteceu na minha vida, vocês acompanharam, assim. Eu sempre estava bem, nunca me preocupei com tem que me promover, tem que me promover. Eu vou ser a pessoa que vou fazer isso. Entendeu? Eu vou mudar essa história. E assim fico muito feliz que Dana White deu essa entrevista falando. Eu acho que é muito importante, né? Ele agora tem uma campeã em 2 categorias. Acho que nunca aconteceu no UFC. E estou fazendo história mais uma vez, né? E assim, a minha vida é assim, eu sempre tenho que provar. Eu gosto disso. Isso me faz forte. A atleta que eu sou hoje é por causa dessas coisas que acontecem em minha vida. Então eu só agradeço por ser forte, por continuar evoluindo mentalmente. Eu acho que o mais importante é entrar e fazer história, ganhar a luta. É isso que eu penso. E assim, eu estou muito feliz com minha vida, muito feliz com tudo que eu tenho hoje através do meu trabalho, né? Através das pessoas que sempre esteve ao meu lado me ajudando, meus coaches, minha família, sempre acreditou, minha namorada, my fiancé. Então, assim, eu estou muito feliz. Eu acho que agora, então, a felicidade daqui para frente vai ser em dobro.
Certo. Você mencionou sobre fazer história. Um ponto que me chama a atenção é da categoria de baixo, da 5-7 a Valentina, você já venceu 2 vezes. A da de cima seria a Cris, que também é a sua categoria, você venceu. Da sua categoria, a Ronda e a Misha, você venceu também. Das campeãs, a única que falta, entre aspas, é a Holly Holm. Mas eu me refiro ao legado, né, essa coisa de fazer história. Depois de ter feito isso, venceu. Juntando a Ronda, a Misha e a Cyborg, não dá 5 minutos. As 3 lutas. Depois de ter feito tudo isso, a primeira 2 campeãs, a primeira brasileira a vencer, o que fazer para aumentar esse legado?
Eu acho que eu vou lutar com o Daniel Cormier agora. Tô brincando. Vamos ver, né? Daqui pra frente, o que vai acontecer. Aí tudo muda rápido nesse mundo, viu? MMA é uma caixinha de surpresa aí. Vamos ver o que tem pra mim. Eu acho que essa noite é minha. Eu não vou chamar ninguém, não vou desafiar ninguém. Essa noite eu vou aproveitar. Essa noite é minha. E ninguém vai tirar isso de mim. No momento agora eu só quero aproveitar, tomar uma cervejinha, relaxar, falar com minha família. Vou pro Brasil comemorar com o meu povo brasileiro que esse título é nosso. Continuou no Brasil, né? Sou muito feliz. Sou muito feliz também por ser brasileira. Tenho um orgulho grande pelo Brasil. Eu tive que sair do país para conquistar os meus sonhos. No momento, quando eu saí do país, eu realmente tinha que sair, senão eu ia parar de lutar. O UFC não estava no Brasil ainda, não tinha shows ainda. Então eu tinha que fazer algo para isso tudo hoje acontecer. Então E agora eu vou retornar ao Brasil e vou levar essa felicidade para o meu povo brasileiro. E eu espero que estejam todos felizes lá. Eu sei que algumas pessoas vão estar tristes pela crise e tudo, mas faz parte, entendeu, do show. Alguém tem que perder, alguém tem que ganhar. E hoje eu saí vitoriosa.
Mas 2 perguntas bem rápidas para matar aqui. A primeira, eu já te vi emocionada algumas vezes depois das suas lutas em vitórias, né? A de hoje tem algum motivo especial? Você consegue comparar com as outras lutas e o que seria de diferente?
Assim, hoje é diferente, né? Campeão em 2 categorias. Entrar para a história dessa forma tem um gostinho mesmo especial, maravilhoso, surreal, sem explicação. Eu ainda tenho que ver como tudo aconteceu, tenho que olhar, assistir tudo de novo. A minha entrada, como eu estava ali no momento da luta, tudo. Eu quero dar uma olhada assim geral, onde eu estava mentalmente ali, né, para poder continuar repetindo isso no futuro. Então, eu preciso sentar e ver tudo isso. Um momento grandioso, estou muito feliz.
Certo. Para terminar, por favor, se você pudesse explicar em português aquela questão qual foi a chave, o momento chave da luta, apesar de ser rápido, mas o que decidiu?
O momento chave da luta foi quando ela conectou, né, os primeiros golpes, que eu me surpreendi, tipo, eu esperava algo, eu treinei assim, né, para esperar aquela coisa, aquela agressividade, aquele soco forte, aquela coisa toda que a gente sabe que a Cris é um atleta forte, é um atleta que vem para decidir a luta, então você tem que estar esperando, né? Então, quando ela conectou, que eu senti, aí eu pensei logo, agora vou botar minha estratégia aqui que nada me para. Se o melhor soco dela não me parou, nada vai me parar aqui nesse momento agora. Então, acho que tá preparada para absorver, né? E tá rápida na hora de atacar. Acho que foi chave na minha vitória.
Amanda, aqui no centro. O que vocês conversaram logo depois da luta, né? Você estava no chão emocionada, ela veio no chão te cumprimentar e vocês passaram muito tempo abraçadas. O que vocês falaram ali naquele momento?
Eu falei pra Cris que eu tenho muito respeito por ela, né? Pelo trabalho, por tudo que ela fez pela categoria. E, assim, tudo que ela falou durante todo o caminho pra luta, pra mim eu já esqueci, né? Não vou levar nada pra mim, o que passou, tudo isso já passou e a nossa amizade, o respeito que eu tenho pela Cris continua, entendeu? Então, acho que eu queria falar isso pra ela, que até ajudou também, né, a promover a luta de uma certa forma, né, que o fã gosta dessa coisa também. Então, mas eu deixei bem claro pra ela, já esqueci tudo e agora daqui pra frente, qualquer lugar que eu te encontrar, o respeito sempre vai prevalecer.
Você te afetou de alguma forma, te magoou ou te motivou ver tantas lutadoras brasileiras e até tantos especialistas brasileiros dizendo que você não tinha chance, que a Cyborg ia ganhar, era favorita? Isso te motiva mesmo?
Com certeza. Assim, é um empurrão enorme, assim, muito grande, muito grande. Me ajuda bastante lutar assim. Eu gosto de lutar assim. As pessoas contra mim, entendeu? Isso é o que me fortalece. E é isso, que provar, né? Provar que, pra mim, que eu posso. Então, hoje à noite foi isso. Provar pra mim e pra todos, ao mesmo tempo, que eu sou a melhor do mundo, a melhor de todos os tempos. Que eu entrei pra história. E daqui pra frente, vai ser assim. E quem quiser ficar contra mim, que fique. Entendeu? A resposta é assim.
Eu acho difícil alguém continuar apostando contra você depois de ser ganhada a lutadora mais dominante dos últimos anos. Agora é você, com certeza. E era isso que eu queria te perguntar. Você meio que disse agora, mas queria te perguntar. Você se vê como a melhor de todos os tempos, sem dúvida?
Sem dúvida nenhuma. A melhor de todos os tempos.
Muito obrigado.
Obrigado a você.
Chris, you've been a dominant fighter for a long time, and everybody loses in the sport. So I just wonder kind of what your emotion is like right now, and how does it feel versus maybe how you thought it might when you had to know this day would come.
You know, the beginning, when I did my first MMA fight, I lost my first fight. I trained 3 months, 6 months, I think. I started training MMA. I did my first fight and then lost. And after this day, I trained harder, and I stayed like 13 years undefeated. And then I never said I'm gonna be invisible. Like nobody, I'm never gonna lose. I never say that. And I just work hard, and I did everything for this fight. I trained hard. I did everything I could. My team did everything. And if it's happened today, it's not my day. I lost. Yeah, it's happened, fight game. It's not the first time I'm gonna lost. It's not the last time I'm gonna lost. This happened, it's the fight game. Because I'm here and do interview. Because this is sport. And of course I'm not happy. Of course I had my heart broke, but I didn't cry. I'm not gonna cry because I did everything. I trained really hard. And if today is the day, the Amanda day, and she did her best and she won, and I just gonna go back to my gym and train harder and come back, because this is my job. Everybody have bad day in the job. And today, I just text Jason, today our sparring works very well because all the time I do sparring at the gym. Sometimes I have my ass kicked, sometimes I kick butt, but happen, this has happened.
It was an incredible fight, and you were very aggressive, both of you were. I wonder, was that the plan? Because a lot of time recently you've been a little more tactical, a little bit more laid back. Did you expect it to be that aggressive of a fight?
I never remember when I fought, like what I do in the cage. I always have to watch after. I didn't watch the fight yet. But my team say, Chris, why you don't move around, I don't know, man, this has happened, I don't know. Happened and where it is, something have to happen.
Do you believe that because of your long run as a champion and unbeaten for so long, that you deserve a rematch because of your previous accomplishments?
I always deserve to talk to the cage after the fight. This is what I deserve. After the fight, I lost, okay. I deserve them giving me the microphone and to talk to my fans. Because when I get out the octagon, everybody crying. And then I want my fans crying. And then I would say it's a symbol for me. Be the champion, the belt, it's a symbol for me. It's the most important in my heart. Be the champion in the hearts of people. Make the difference. Because it's I fight for. I'm in the UFC before champion because I don't quit. Because everything happened in my career. Everybody knows here. It's no easy for me. Never easy. But I work harder, and I get the belt. And I prove everybody who I am. Against the system. Nobody do this. I did this against the system. And who I am, the champion, before. But I want to be the champion of people's hearts. And then I'm going to continue doing this anywhere I'm going. And then my fans can talk to me. After here, I'm going to go party with my fans because they deserve that. They make me be my first fight UFC. They make this for me. And I just have to appreciate them, what they did for me.
Chris, can you talk about, I know it's tough, but can you talk about just how special Amanda was tonight? What separates her from you?
Everybody say, because then I'd say, who's the win tonight? You're going to be the greatest. Amanda, okay, she's won today, but she had 4 lost. And then, I have 2 lost. How she can be the greatest? And she didn't rematch her opponents. I can rematch her. I'm not the type of person quit. I never quit. I keep training. If you stop me, you need to do what she did, because I'm going to keep going. And this is my style. Everybody know who I am. Everybody watch my Muay Thai fight with Urina bars. Man, crazy. And I continue doing it. And I'm born for this. If she punch me hard, I'm going to try to punch you harder. This is my style fight. And I love this. I'm born for this.
With 1 fight left on your contract, what do you think you're going to do when you look at the featherweight division and you consider, maybe some people are tugging you to try boxing? What do you anticipate for 2019?
I didn't talk with my manager yet, but, this is my dream, do my boxing fight. This didn't change. I'm going to continue training. And, after 13 years, you continue training how hard in the first day. probably after this fight, imagine I'm just gonna continue hard. This is just put fire in my heart, continue training.
Chris, congratulations on a great run as champion. My question for you is, the first punch you got dropped by that one shot, how badly were you hurt? Did you ever recover from that after the first punch she hit you with?
I think I was recovered because I was trying to punch her back. You know, I didn't watch a fight yet. You know, I'm sorry, I didn't fight. I don't want to see now because not gonna change anything now. Now I have it. I want to see my family, stay with them, and have fun with my fans. But once she punched me, I think I fell, but I continue going. You know, and maybe this is my mistake I did. I have to watch again with my team.
There was a lot of question whether she had the chin to take your punches, and you landed some good punches. As you sit here now, are you surprised that she was able to take the power that you hit her with and keep coming forward?
You know, my team says she closed her eyes and punch. She did like this, and the punch take, you know, and then take. You know, she did it. She did her best today, and there's nothing I can say.
And last thing, just in reference to you said you wanted the microphone. Did they tell you it was time-wise? Did anybody tell you why you didn't get a chance to talk in the cage? Did you ask Dana? Did you ask Joe Rogan? Do you know what happened?
No, they just kicked me out of the cage. I think very bad, very disrespectful, because I did a lot for sport, and I was supposed to say hello for my fans, and say I will say talk to them. I think it's not right, but okay, they did already done. You know, I can go my media, talk to my fans, say how I appreciate them, how they come to the cage for watch my fights, or how the Cyborg Nation here for watch me. You know, it's okay. You know, I just feel like I supposed to say something. 2 Brazilians fight, 2 champions. You know, and that's it.
And just I just want to be clear. When you say they told you to leave the cage, do you know who they was? Who specifically told you to leave?
No, I don't know. It's just somebody who work at UFC and time rush. I don't know.
Thank you, Chris.
Welcome.
Hey, Chris, over here to your right. Over here.
Yes.
Will you seek? I mean, you haven't lost a fight in 13 years. Will you seek a rematch against Nunes?
Of course. I can rematch anytime. Don't know what I'm gonna put together. You know, I love fight, and this has put more fire in my heart. Continue fight, you know, and of course. And the Jorina Bars I want to rematch too. I always say this: when I stop fighting MMA, I want to go Muay Thai and match her. And I never, when I go step in the cage, say I want to prove something. I like to improve. I like to get better, and because it's a continued training. And after this fight, for sure, I'm gonna train harder.
Did the location change this week from Las Vegas to LA? Did that affect you at all? Was there any undue stress put on you? I know you had an after party you had to cancel and then set up a new one and that kind of thing.
I don't know. I was stressed a little bit about my family because they didn't come, but we changed everything fast. I was happy because it's close to my house too, and my fans, a lot of fans cannot show up in Las Vegas here because they're in Las Vegas. But you know, I'm happy the fight happened, you know, and the fans can watch, you know. Of course, I'm not gonna win, and I was supposed to be better, but you know, nice that no can't step in.
Last thing, where'd you get the pillow? Where is the pillow from?
Hey, you guys know.
Did you take it from like the arena? Where did you?
I don't know. I asked somebody have a pillow. Just had the idea, just for being funny. And when I go back hotel, my mom just called me. I'm gonna have my ass kicked again because she's really mad with me. Why you put the hands down? No, happen. It's fight life, you know. It's a fighter life. I know she's mad with me. She called me mad. I said, Mom, don't, you know, crazy.
Thanks, Chris.
Chris?
Sim.
Fala em português. Chris, você consegue comparar o sentimento da derrota de hoje com o sentimento da derrota da sua primeira luta que você mencionou?
Na verdade, pra mim, a primeira vez era tudo novo, né? Tudo novo. Era uma coisa que eu ia tentar, que eu já fazia um outro esporte. E eu treinei ali 6 meses. Era, pra mim, eu não sabia como que era, né? Mas, na verdade, não me afetou. Porque no dia seguinte eu voltei a treinar, né? Não no dia seguinte porque eu tinha deslocado meu cotovelo, mas eu voltei a treinar e voltei porque eu acredito que por causa desde os meus 12 anos eu pratico esporte. Então eu sei, um dia você perde, um dia você ganha. E hoje foi diferente. Hoje foi o dia que não foi meu dia, né? Então perdi, mas é 24 horas pensar na sua derrota e valeu. Voltar para academia e treinar. Eu tive vários exemplos na minha vida de várias pessoas, como o Cyborg, como o Vanderlei, como Verdun, todo mundo já passou por perder. E a minha primeira luta eu já perdi. Então isso só faz você melhorar cada vez mais.
Você mencionou que você não acha ela a melhor da história, é isso? Eu não entendi direito.
Não, eu falei para ser a melhor da história, na verdade, ela tem 4 derrotas. A melhor da história seria nunca mais perder, nunca perder. No caso, ela fez muito pelo esporte, fez, não desmerecendo ela. Ela foi uma das pessoas que também não tiveram o carinho de todo mundo, né? Amanda sempre, ela teve que provar sempre, ganhou da Honda, ganhou de várias meninas. Eu acho que ela nunca teve o valor que ela deveria ter. Quem sabe com essa vitória hoje ela vai ter esse valor, né? Quem sabe hoje em dia Deus me usou para poder abençoar ela e é isso.
Última pergunta, a revanche é uma coisa que você pensa imediatamente?
Na verdade, assim, eu gosto de lutar, né? E se tiver, eu quero a revanche, lógico, né? Você perde uma luta, você quer lutar com a revanche, né? Se eu não fosse pedir a revanche, eu quisesse lutar, eu não estaria aqui sentada, não estaria lutando. Obrigado.
Hi, Chris here. Chris, correct me if I'm wrong. In one of your interviews, you said that it took Amanda many months to get ready to fight you. Why do you think it took her so long to prepare for the fight?
She says she would be heavy the fight. I think she says she's hurt. I don't know. Maybe negotiation. I really don't know her business.
If you can come back and rethink what you did wrong, if you can come back and start the fight all over again, would you do something different, or you would still use the same technique?
You know, I train everything. I feel my heart. I did everything. I train everything. I don't feel my heart heavy. I was supposed to train that thing. No, I did everything. If today she won because of her day, and I supposed to lose. And I believe it's God have amazing plan. And if today I lost His plan, and I know He's having the best plan for us, and I know I just have to wait to see why this happened today.
I see. And the last thing you said, you didn't have a chance to talk. They didn't give you the microphone. Now so many cameras is behind you, in front of you. Can you address your speech to your fans? You know, I would love to hear that. You know, definitely you deserve that.
Do you know, I want to say thank you for all my fans come. And something I really something in my heart, like I always try to be the champion in the heart of everybody. Give them hope. Because the people follow me, know how hard for me, and I always never show them I'm quit, I'm weak. I never show that. But I'm a human being. I know I have my mistakes. I have a lot of things like everybody want here, and I told them doesn't matter. You're gonna fall. You're gonna stand up on your feet, and you're gonna get it there. You know, you just have to believe and have faith. And this is the thing I want to show for all my fans. When you do that, you are the champion. When you stand up your feet after you fall, you are the champion. And this is I try to show all my fans because I know everybody have a hard time. And I feel sad because everybody sad because they lost today. But for sure, I have something to learn today. And I don't know what now, but I know God is going to show me. And I don't want nobody sad because I'm not going to be sad.
Cris, queria se você pudesse refletir nesses 13 anos invicta como a rainha, né, do peso pena feminino, qual o seu legado para o esporte? Claro, você ainda tem uma carreira ainda em curso, mas qual o legado desses 13 anos invicta para o esporte?
Eu acho que o tema disso é não desistir, né? Eu acho que tudo que eu passei na minha carreira, várias coisas que aconteceu, eu acho que eu sempre mostrei determinação e dar continuidade, né, no teu sonho. E é isso que eu tento e mostrar para todos os meus fãs brasileiros, em qualquer outro lugar do mundo, você não desistir do teu sonho que você vai conquistar. Porque eu estava campeão do UFC, foi algo que almejou e demorou para alcançar, né? Demorou 13 anos para alcançar. E não foi fácil, não peguei um caminho curto para chegar lá. O meu caminho foi longo e várias pedras, e eu tive que ir tirando pedras, e indo, e não desistindo. Então isso eu acho que mostra para meus fãs você continuar dando continuidade, e isso que eles têm no coração deles. Por isso que eu recebi várias mensagens, por isso que eles estão comigo na derrota e na vitória, e isso que é mais importante para mim.
E você, né, nessa sua caminhada com o UFC, teve vários problemas com a organização, né, coisas que você teve que ir trabalhando para conseguir. E hoje, né, você está citando esse acontecimento no Cage, que você não pôde falar com os seus fãs. Você diz que o seu contrato termina em março, se não me engano. Isso influencia a sua decisão de continuar, de renovar com o UFC ou, de repente, buscar um futuro em outra organização?
Sabe, uma coisa que é de mim, eu não consigo guardar rancor de ninguém, né? De ninguém, de pessoas. Eu perdoo qualquer pessoa, não consigo guardar rancor. E perdoo todas as pessoas que já me fizeram mal, até na onde eu luto aqui, que já aconteceu. Eu perdoo cada um, todo mundo, né? Porque eu acredito que, de uma forma ou outra, você vai receber em troca o que você fez. Então eu acredito nisso, então eu não tenho que guardar rancor de ninguém, então eu perdoo todo mundo. E o que aconteceu hoje, pode ser que não foi vontade de ninguém, mas eu acreditava que eu merecia poder falar com meus fãs. Mas se aconteceu, pode ser que ninguém está em controle, só chegou a hora de John Jones entrar para o octágono e eu tiver que sair, mas é isso.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you guys, happy New Year for everybody.
I don't know. You speak Portuguese? It's good though, or she would have said it. Zoom in on that bracelet, because that shit is fun.
This is there. You fall and now here. Sometimes the fall come back and the life.
Hey.
And that's all here.
But you know she deserves that rematch. You know she deserves that.
One more picture.
Always promise that next week.
Well, John,
Hey guys.
dominant victory for you this evening, just the way you said you wanted to do it. Seemed much easier than the first time around.
Yeah.
Give me an idea. What was you seemed very patient to start out with, but what was the biggest key to your performance tonight?
First I gotta start by saying, all glory be to God. You know, I know it had to have been Him to help me get through everything that I've been going through. So you know, I'm just a temple, and God has totally given me the power to be in this position. So I thank Him so much, and all glory be to God. Secondly, my training partners and my coaches, Jackson's Mixed Martial Arts Wing Academy, Jesse, my swimming coach, Lawrence, my strength and conditioning coach, my brother Tule, Leo, I see my man Matt back there. I mean, just so many mighty men, Brandon Gibson, Tusa, Izzy, so many mighty men that has worked together to build this product that we have today. I believe as a team, we are only getting better. 31 years old, and I feel like we're only getting better. So hope I didn't leave anybody out, but you guys know I love you so much. Miss Jessie, my fiance, Sheila, her mother, I'm so glad to see her here tonight. I had so much love. My father, my mom, I had so much love. So many people helping build me up. So shout out to all of them. And to answer your question, what was the key tonight? You know, my dad said something interesting to me before he left the hotel room. He said, don't chase Gustafsson tonight. People cheered last time whenever he would run away from me. And he said, don't chase him. Do not chase him, you know. And that really rung in my head in the locker room and things like that. And so I changed it up and kind of Gustafsson. I did the running, I did the backing away. And it worked out. It worked out. I got to display my footwork. Tonight he was kind of plotty, marching forward the whole time. He kept saying he wanted to put pressure on me. And I backed up and I made sure I scored points. And I kept him guessing, level changes, actual shots, kicks and punches. And yeah, I don't know. I think maybe his aggression worked against him.
You got your belt back tonight. You got back to work after a year and a half away. You got this rematch that you've been wanting forever. I mean, all these things accomplished, got through controversy as well, I guess. I mean, what is the most satisfying reward of tonight?
To be back in this position, to give God the glory. To be back in this position to give God the glory, man. Yeah.
After it, you went to your rival right away. You said DC, but I'm curious because you said DC. I've got this belt. Come get it.
Yeah.
Is there something that would be more satisfying about maybe moving up to heavyweight and taking the belt that he has there?
No, you know, when it comes to Daniel Cormier, he's always quiet, unless he's speaking out to discredit me, my legacy, my achievements. You know. Every time he opens his mouth, and it works against him. I see the fans' reaction. They're just like, dude, leave John Jones alone for once. Dude, he beat you. You sound so bitter. He works his hardest to try to discredit and try to delegitimize the fact that I beat him twice. And the only thing I want to delegitimize as a retaliation is his claim of being the light heavyweight champion. He was never the light heavyweight champion. He never beat me. This has been my era since 2011. I want to make that loud and clear. DC is no champ. When we talk about an asterisk next to my name, there's going to be always an asterisk next to the idea of him being a champ. The only way he can shut me up, what I'm saying right now, is to beat my ass. Simple. Me going to heavyweight would be making it extremely personal. And for me, I have no problem with DC. I have a problem when he comes out and says, see, I told you guys he's a cheater. I told you he's a cheater. I have no real problem with DC. I'm not gonna go to heavyweight and try to take everything from him and destroy his legacy and all that type of stuff. Is it possible that I could do that? It is possible. But I'm fine having mine and he can have his. DC needs to admit to the people that he was never the light heavyweight champion, or face me at light heavyweight and shut me up.
Congratulations, John.
Thanks, Kevin.
My first question for you is the changing in the third round. You referenced the first two rounds, how you were just trying to score points and kind of get some kicks in. You seem like John Jones in the third round, where you had that explosion that you were known for, and you didn't have that maybe in the first two rounds. Was that because you were kind of holding back, and then when you saw what you needed to see, that you changed up?
Yeah, in the first two rounds, I still haven't watched the fight, so the things I'm saying may not be completely accurate, but in the first two rounds, I was just trying to play smart. I was trying to figure out his range. I was trying to figure out any new tools that he may have added to his game. And I didn't see any new tools. I noticed that my level of range was a lot stronger, thanks to my kickboxing coaches and boxing partner, Leo. I noticed my understanding was stronger, and I started thinking to myself, John, don't let him into this fight. The only way you can let him into this fight is like giving him a slow pace, allowing him to build confidence, things like that. So once I noticed that we kind of were figuring him out, I said, okay, if you believe in your cardio and your training, if you believe that you're meant to win this fight, take the fight. win this fight. And instead of waiting and backing up and being reactive and allowing him to get into the fight, I decided to start to turn it on and take the fight to him, fight my fight, instead of waiting to see what he was capable of.
This is such a sport that takes so much from the fighters, right? And it drains you over time. And I know you lost a lot with all the problems you had over the years, mostly money. But the fact, do you think it helped you in a way, John, that because you just competed once a year for the last couple of years, that your body didn't get all that wear and tear that it might have had if you fought 2 or 3 times in those years, and now you're going into your 30s with a lot more mileage on you. So do you feel like in some small way you kind of got a break by not having to fight all those?
Absolutely, absolutely. Being suspended for 3 years out of the last several years has been very educational for me. The biggest thing that I've been able to do is have an understanding of who I am outside of the sport. Outside of John Bones Jones, who's Jonathan Dwight Jones? I got to go to therapy this summer and talk a lot about who Jonathan Jones is and what means most to Jonathan Jones. I got to see how people treat me when I'm not in the limelight, when I'm not training for a fight, when my reputation is not the best. I got to learn to differentiate between legitimate friendship and people who are around. I've learned a lot. Financially, I got to see my spending patterns, and if that's a healthy thing when you're not sponsored by a lot of companies. I learned a lot. I feel like a lot of times when an athlete retires, they feel this emptiness, and they have these identity issues. And I've had the blessing to understand that and be able to come back into the sport. And the result of that is a greater appreciation for what this sport means, what this belt means, what it means to be in my position. And I think that's going to make me a more dangerous athlete because I have a greater appreciation.
Who helped you specifically with your mental aspect? Because, Dana even referenced this. He was asked earlier about nothing bothered you, all of the people taunting you about the drug testing and, all the stuff that came up. You seem like you just put it in the background. You dealt with it like it didn't happen.
Yeah.
How did you come to get that approach to life that you don't dwell on the negative things and let those bother you and affect your future?
Well, it's an accumulation of things. I felt like UFC 200, UFC 151 has prepared me for a curveball like this. And I feel like losing my mom and having the belt stripped from me, and what I believe, it was, I was innocent throughout this whole thing. I felt like nothing that this sport can throw at me, no opponent can hit me as hard as life hit me this summer. And so I know to be in my position is just a total blessing. To be talked about, to be hated, to be cared about ultimately, it's a blessing. And so I believe that maybe God or something is saying that it's not designed to be easy, but it's totally going to be worth it. And I stand by that. I live by that. To be the best ever, possibly, is not meant to be easy. It's not meant to be easy, and that's how I feel.
There's been so much talk, John, about the tens of millions of dollars that have gotten away from you with lost sponsorships and fights and everything like that. You look so good tonight. I mean, how busy do you want to try to be in 2019? I mean, and building off what Kevin said, I mean, does the extended layoff allow you to, get a pile of fights in over this time?
Yeah, I'm not even sure I answered Kevin's question about the layoff. I do feel like the layoff has preserved my body and my mind. I don't spar much. I didn't spar much this camp. And I feel like, I'm 31 years old and I got a lot more in me. Originally a lot of people said that John's beating the old legends of the sport. He's beating the Shoguns and the Rampages. These guys are past their prime, and I'm only 31 years old, and I'm still getting better. My team is getting smarter. We're getting stronger as a unit. And I think that should be really, that's going to be scary for a lot of people. Yeah. And as far as the money that's been lost, Dana White told me a long time ago, he said, "Kid, you're a good-looking kid. You're a smart kid, and if you do things right, if you surround yourself with the right people, money should never be your issue until the day you die. You should always be able to make money, John." And so I try not to worry about money that's lost.
How soon do you think you can get back in there? And I think the other thing that's going to be connected to your next fight is that, you probably won't have even a metabolite or a pictogram or whatever was in your system for this fight. Finally.
I hope not, man. I'm learning about this Tyrannobol, and I hear that it could possibly be in my body for the next 7 years, which is really scary. In the first drug test situation with Daniel Cormier, they found a long-term metabolite in my body. There was no short-term metabolites being found in my body. I don't know how long this has been in my body, but I'd eventually like to fight to get my Daniel Cormier fight overturned, because if there was short-term metabolites found in my body, you would be able to tell that something got in me recently. But they found a long-term metabolite in my body. They've never found short-term metabolites in my body. And people ask me, how do you know, John, and this isn't something that's new put in John's body before this fight? And if it was new, you would find short-term metabolites, medium-term metabolites. You only find the long-term metabolites. Maybe this was in my, I don't know. I don't know how long this has been in my body, but I hear it could be in there for up to 7 years. Tonight I got drug tested by 2 different agencies. Yesterday I got drug tested by VADA for the first time, and I'm excited. I'm excited to be tested by the most legit drug testing agencies in the world, so that we can learn exactly what this is, and get to the bottom of it. And I said earlier in the interview that if I'm lying, then I pray that the Lord take every ounce of talent out of my body. I took a polygraph test. I looked these people in the eyes and said that I've never done anything to cheat this sport, and I passed that polygraph test. I have no Jedi mind tricks to pass polygraph tests. I believe that I'll be vindicated, proven innocent, and I'm just going to put it in God's hands.
Hey, John, congratulations on the win tonight. You're sort of right. You and Alex had a little bit of a moment there after the fight. What did you guys say to each other?
Alex said, "Man, you are really good, really strong." I said, "Thank you, Alex." And I said, "Thank you for being such a great opponent." And I said, "We're both only 31. We're going to be fighting again." And he said, "Yeah, we're going to be fighting again." And I said, "Darn it." And yeah, we're gonna be fighting many, many times. He's going to keep me on my game. And I'm going to keep him continuing to strive and get better. I believe Alexander will beat most guys in the division. But I'm here to stay. I believe that this is my era, and I'm going to own it for many years to come.
That's my next question, because you come back and you beat the guy that people said, this is the guy that was your hardest test before. Some people even said that, Alex won the first fight. You come back after a layoff, you beat him. What is next, and what do you see as far as, what are the goals and accomplishments? You've already accomplished so much. What is next?
What is next is for me to keep a degree of humility and to stay in the gym. To stay in the gym, stay getting better, and to not take anyone lightly. To not let my head get too big, not take anyone lightly. There's a lot of fresh meat that is rising up in the division, and in order for me to conquer these guys, I have to stay by the fire, stay in the gym, stay knowing that I don't know everything, and that's what's next.
So you'll be kind of like the veteran guy welcoming the young lions like you once were.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm still a young lion. I'm only 31, and I've never been knocked out. I've been rocked in training maybe once or twice. I have a very healthy brain, a very strong jaw, and a will to be on top for a long time.
Is the plan for now to go in front of the Nevada Commission now next month and get that done with and get licensed there and then move on?
Yeah, my plan is to face everything head on, to answer every question, to take every test, to take every polygraph, to pay every penalty, to do whatever I gotta do to prove my innocence.
And then just last thing for me, you were talking about the long-term metabolite, and that was the one that was found in your system last year, the July 2017 test.
Yeah.
Now that you know more about this, that it could have been in your system even for years already, maybe.
Yeah.
Does that open up, like, at the time when you were investigating that last year, you guys didn't know that. You didn't know that maybe it was something you took years ago. Will that open things up and say maybe there's something you took in like 2015, you know what I mean? Like,
From what I understand, and I don't know how true this is, no one knows what's true and false about this stuff because, I mean, I'm kind of being a guinea pig right now. From what I understand, this stuff can live in your body for up to 7 years. And when I felt it the first time with Daniel Cormier, there was never a short-term metabolite found. There was never a midterm metabolite found. There was only a long-term metabolite found. So who says this hasn't been in my body since, who knows how long, since 7 years ago. And that's why I'm going to look into trying to get my first DC fight overturned. And we're talking picograms. And this is something that I've just been educated on. And this is something that the whole MMA community is being educated on as we speak. And if a picogram really is 1 single gram of salt chopped into 50 million pieces, maybe we need to reevaluate the testing, right? And see, is this testing way too good? Maybe some of you guys got some picograms in you right now. Seriously. So I know in my heart that I've never cheated the sport. I've said it through the beginning. It literally almost drew me crazy this summer to be accused of being a steroid cheat. And that's why I will spend every dollar. I will face every jury. I will take every polygraph test to prove that I never intentionally cheated this sport. I'm glad that it's very clear that it gives me no athletic performance enhancing benefits. And why in the world would I do something like that to discredit all these years of hard work, to ruin my own legacy when it never gave me an advantage in the first place? That's common sense. People ignore common sense because people have always wanted to see maybe it not be true. Maybe I'm not the best. Maybe I cheated all this time. I'll never be able to win that argument, and I'm totally comfortable in that space. I'm just gonna keep on kicking ass.
Thanks, John.
Oh, I got a clap, a single clap. Hey, thanks, coach. Thanks, guys.
John, congratulations on your winning tonight. I'm not gonna ask any more questions about doping. It was too much, I think. But do you consider in the future going in a heavyweight?
Yeah, eventually I'll go heavyweight. I think I'll start entertaining the idea of taking what's super fights against the perfect opponents. Yeah.
Tonight, I had a feeling you were kind of going slow at the second round, and the third round, I saw that you were breathing hard. You know, it was difficult. You know, what you felt that moment? Were you tired or?
No, I never. At no point did I feel tired. I'm just starting to believe in my experience and my education when it comes to this mixed martial arts thing, and I know that there's no rush. Rushing is how you can get knocked out. You know, be comfortable backing up. As long as you're scoring points, it's not considered running. And so I was just patient. I was just waiting. Coach Wink told me, John, wait for the boom. Wait for the boom moment. You know, pick them, score when you can, and eventually the boom will come. The boom, my last fight happened with a head kick over DC. The boom this time was scoring a solid takedown. And so we were just patient. We knew we were winning every round. The fight metrics has already shown that I've won every round. And just patient.
Well, congratulations. It was a very impressive comeback. And the last question is, have you seen the fight, Chris fighting Amanda Nunes? What do you think about it? You know, your comments.
My comments is I'm extremely proud, happy for Amanda Nunes, mainly for Brazil, to have now the most dominant woman champion of all time being from Brazil. I'm extremely proud for Brazil. I've always had this interesting connection to Brazil. I really adore that country. So I'm really happy for Amanda Nunes. At the same time, as a Christian, I'm really sad for Chris Cyborg. As a woman of God, I got to admit that I wanted her to win. And that's no knock on Amanda. They're both great champions. And it was a great fight to watch.
Hi, John, over here. You're talking about fighting Gustafsson again, possibly, so you don't feel that chapter is closed now?
I think it's closed. But I also am smart enough to know that Gustafsson will fight his way back to the top. And so a third fight is inevitable.
He talked about a knee to the groin that slowed him down. Did you sense that?
No, I never said anything about a knee to the groin that slowed him down.
Gustafsson talked about that.
Oh, did he say that? Oh, wow. There'll always be something. There'll always be something.
And what do you think is next for him now?
For him to keep his head high. That's what I would like to see from him. To keep his head high and know that he is right there with the top guys in the division, to continue to develop his game. And I need Gustafsson to stay sharp. I have to know that there's guys like him out there to stay sharp. And so keep your head high, get back to the drawing board, and let's do it again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I saw you were talking about the fight here.
Hey.
You're talking about the women fight, and I saw you with Cyborg over there.
Yeah.
As a champ, like she was like the reigning champ for so long, and always like when you're a champ like this, you're the target for everyone. So what did you talk with her, and what advice can you give her? You know, like.
Yeah. So after her press conference in the back of the room, I just told her that I'm honored to stand by her because of her clarity in such a hectic situation. She said, her quote was, I don't know why God did this, but he has a plan for all of our lives. And whether you believe it or not, I do believe he has a plan for all of our lives. And the fact that she wasn't discouraged or dismayed by this, it showed me that strength and what it is. She understands that it was in God's will for her to lose tonight. And she was a woman enough to still have pride in who she is and not feel like a failure. And she will know why this happened eventually, and she'll come back stronger than ever. My advice is for her to keep her head high and know that God has a plan for her.
You were talking about the new guys in the division. Which guys do you see as like probably opponents for you in a short time?
I don't want to flatter any of these guys by calling them out. Tonight has been a great night for me, hard-earned, and I don't want headlines to be tomorrow, John Jones called out this guy or that guy. They are all just pieces of this puzzle, and whoever it be, despite the name, I'll be ready for more victory.
And with all your special connection with Brazil that you said, any plans on fighting in there?
Man, I would love to fight in Brazil one day, just not against the Brazilian. You guys are the most passionate fans ever. You guys chant, "You will die, you will die." I don't want to die. Sister here with the camera, I was extremely disrespectful to you, and I'm sincerely sorry. I was ready to fight, and I felt a little bit of maybe an attack, and I wasn't in the mood to lose. Yeah, I was just not in the mood to lose, not even a verbal argument. I'm so sorry for disrespecting you.
Hey John, there's been a lot of talk leading up to this fight about you not being 100% the first time you fought Gustafsson. Can you just talk a little bit about the difference between these two fights and your preparation?
What's your question again?
So my question is, you were talking a lot about not being 100%, being reckless before the fight last time against Gustafsson.
Right.
Can you talk about the difference in this fight and your preparation leading up to this fight?
Well, he showed me what he was capable of. You can't take people lightly, and I promised him that I took him lightly. I knew what I was up to behind the scenes, and the difference was my respect. My respect for him and his boxing, his coaching staff. He's a legit threat, and I treated him as such for the months leading up to the fight, and it resulted into different results. Hey guys, I am so sorry, but I got a cold, and I got my friends and family in the back of the room. I'm done with you guys. You guys be good, all right?
Thank you, Gunn.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's a cough drop. I got it.
Yeah, that's
What is it?
Yeah.
Like a regular.
Oh, yeah. Michelle, just look good.
Okay. Sent me a picture of it. We just bought it today.
I think
Someone just gave him an Advil to take.
I do this.
You have one more? My brother? You have one more? No, I want to hug.
Come on, Bush.